Tracy, I just sent you the link.
Thank you.
Okay, I got it. Give me 1 minute. Okay, y'all are good to go.
Okay, well, just by way of formally getting you guys together to tell you that since your last meeting, we now meet by Zoom and we comply with the requirements of the state's open meeting law. One of those things is to tell you that the meeting is being rebroadcast at about a 20-second delay over the internet so people can watch. They can make public comment by sending email to publiccomment@lsbme.la.gov. And anytime during the meeting that we take action, before we have a vote, we should ask for any public comment. And I know that I called this meeting and asked you to meet. We needed to have a meeting this year. And I do have 2 items of business I'd like you to vote on to add to the agenda. It does take a unanimous vote. And one is a request for a waiver of the rules. And we want to know what you think about it before we send it to the board. And the other is just to update you all on the issues of CME and your compliance with CME. So if you'd give me the luxury of doing that, I'd appreciate it very much. I'll turn it over to the chair at this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Collada. I guess I'll just restate that any public comments can be emailed to publiccomment@lsbme.la.gov. Is the sound clear and audible to the public? Assuming that it is, I don't have any agenda items to offer in addition myself to those that have already been listed. Does anybody else have any agenda items that they would like to add to today's meeting? Okay, very good. I will move through a brief roll call here just to make sure that everyone knows who everyone else here is. I, of course, am Taylor Arbor. And then I see that we are also joined by Ashley Miller.
Yes, I'm here.
And we're also joined by Donald Snow.
That's me.
We have been joined by Valerie Vioska.
Yes, I'm here.
And we have 2 members that seem to be absent, Marshall Gunn and Fuxing Zhao. But I believe we have enough members here present to constitute a quorum and to proceed with the meeting. Dr. Collada, have we had any public comments that we need to address as of yet?
None at this time.
Okay, well, I certainly am interested to hear, Dr. Collada, what you had to present as far as a waiver of rules, I believe you indicated.
Yes, sir. Would it be okay, just so that we do everything and don't get everybody in trouble? We need a unanimous vote to add those 2 items to the agenda, the waiver request and the CME updates. And if you could get that unanimous vote, I'd appreciate it very much.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yes, let's all take a vote on Dr. Van's request to add those 2 items to the agenda. I will vote in the affirmative or yay.
I'll second that.
Yes.
I vote yes as well.
It sounds like you have a unanimous vote, and so let's start with the first item. I'm going to put something up on the screen, so give me a second to get it where it needs to be. And this is a request to waive the rules. And this person is currently a Louisiana resident. Someone will request for a waiver that would allow me to practice acupuncture under a temporary license while completing my NCC-AOM certification. There are 3 exams for the NCC-AOM, and the exams take 4 to 6 months each to prepare for and take. I have passed one. I'm studying for the second at this time. I request to be given 18 months beginning of the day of the waiver approval to complete these exams while practicing under a temporary license. She claims that while she initially began her licensing process, the website stated that to become a license in the state, you must have proof of completion of 36 months of training or NCC-AOM certified. She called to confirm this information. She states that one of our representatives explained that she could have either or not both. And she moved her family to Louisiana on the basis of that and reading the rules. She was told on August the 3rd, 23rd, that she was no longer able to do so. And so what I'd like to show you is the rules. And so I'll take a minute to bring them up.
Dr. Collada, did you mean to be doing this in public session?
Well, this is just to see what the board wants to do. If we can do an executive session if you like.
Well, I wasn't familiar with using people's names and information.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please accept that correction. We can do this in executive session. The other issue is for CME. We have, you all have had a CME requirement that we have not enforced until recently, and it will be enforced for all of 2023. We know that you all renew at the end of this year, and you do not have to have any for this year. But beginning in January, you all will be required, and we'll be sending out notices to all of the email letters to everybody. It'll be in our bulletins that come in to everybody on a regular quarterly basis. But the important thing to do is to know that you have to supply them to CE Broker. And you supply them to CE Broker in a convenient, easy way online. You can send them a PDF file. You can send them a transcript of courses. You can send them a JPEG of a certificate that you might be at a meeting off your phone. And they compile the number of required hours. And then those hours are then transferred to us at the time of your renewal. And at the time of the renewal, if there is not adequate hours, then you're not allowed to renew electronically. So that'll be the end of your renewal until you can complete those required CME hours. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Not really. That sounds pretty straightforward. What we submit to CE Broker would be the certificate we're issued at the end of a conference or a class that we take, like we submit to our nationally accrediting body, the NCC-AOM.
Right. And if NCC-AOM has a transcript of courses you've taken, you could submit that transcript.
Okay.
Instead of 5, for example, instead of 20 different certificates, you could submit the entire transcript where all 20 would be there.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you.
And if anybody needs any help, they can call us. We're happy to do that to help you. But again, it's rather straightforward. And this, I have to be honest and say, this was done and we kind of slipped by us. And so it's going to be enforced for 2023, but everybody has all of 2023 to comply because, as you know, you all renew at the end of the year or the last day of the year. So you won't have a requirement now, but you will for everybody, all the rest of next year.
Understood.
All right. Then we'll need a motion to go into executive session. I apologize for that mistake on my part.
I motion that we move into executive session at this point.
Miss,
I second.
Okay, give me
All-
just a moment. Oh, sorry.
all in favor? Any
Yes.
opposed?
Aye.
Yes, in favor.
Okay, if there's no opposed, Olivia will transfer us over.
Okay, give me just a moment.
Take your time, Miss Olivia. Looks like everybody made it, so you can go on, Dr. Taylor.
Okay, I move that we issue a recommendation in regards to the question of the requested waiver, to deny that request and to send the recommendation for that denial to the state medical board. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a unanimous vote to recommend denying the request for the waiver.
All right. Then I have no more business. Ms. Pat, do you have anything we need to talk about?
No, perhaps if you want, just quickly to confirm that we didn't receive any public comments during the pendency of the meeting.
Let me do that. Thank you for reminding me, Ms. Pat. Okay, checking the one mail, and then checking the other. Nope, no public comment has come in.
In that case, I move that we adjourn this meeting of the Acupuncture Advisory Committee.
Thank you all very much for your time. And you might want to do one other thing. Think about a time to talk. You have to meet at least once a year. If you want to meet more often, that's fine. But just if you want to have more meetings, just let us know. And when you want to have your meeting, let us know. And Mr. Cinto will work it out for you.
Yo, thank you so much. And thank you to all your staff as well for reaching out to us on this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a great evening, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, happy holidays.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Tracy. Tracy, can you hear me? You're muted, Tracy.